What's up, guys? Now, we're getting ready to, I don't want to say react, but at the same time, it's a reaction, I guess, to Pineapple Sway. I explained it all in the video. I just wanted to open this video up with this shorter video to say thank you, as Pineapple Sway did gift me a copy of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League on Xbox as part of one of his giveaways, so I did want to say thank you. That is part of what this video is for, and I just wanted to open up with that. So enjoy the video. You guys go and subscribe to Pineapple Sway. He's a great dude, very positive creator. I will catch you all later. There is no real rhyme or reason for me making this video. I wanted to do gameplay commentary. I hate my face being on camera. It's something that I developed over the last year or so. I don't like being on camera. But I wanted to give thanks to, and I know that Thanksgiving just passed, but I wanted to give thanks to this man, or this person. Pineapple Sway is being very kind on top of being very positive in a overwhelmingly negative space, I guess you'd say. So, while this isn't his most recent video, I do want to just kind of react a little bit, let you guys get a idea of his content. It's not his most recent, as I said. It is, I think this is from 3 days ago, but this is an idea of, or this is to give you guys an idea of how I see what the gaming space on YouTube needs to be. Be critical while still being positive if you enjoy something. So, let's take a look at it.
Before this video gets started, I just wanted to give a special thanks to all channel members. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you want to become a channel member, hit the link down below in the description. Now let's get on with the video. Hey, what's going on, guys? Pineapple Sway. Before we get started with today's video, just wanted to say congratulations to our winners of the PSN gift card giveaway, Leave It Alone 13 and TNVR 4200. I will be sending you guys the codes here soon, and just wanted to say thank you guys for entering and supporting the channel. It truly means a lot, and just wanted to give back. But let's talk about today's topic, which I feel like is something that holds a lot of people back from actually trying Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and that is...
And what he was talking about right there, I believe, was a $50 PSN card giveaway. I could be wrong on that. But anyways, I digress. So far, it's been, just opening stuff. I could have probably skipped over it, but I want you guys to get the full-blown experience. Of course, I'm going to be pausing it. I do not believe he would strike my channel, but I'd rather not take the risk.
Trying Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and that is people are afraid that the game will shut down after a year. I'm here to basically sort of say that there is no way that this game will shut down after a year. I would say it is honestly impossible, but it's something that a lot of people seem to believe and are genuinely afraid of because, one, there's no offline mode, so if this game was to shut down, you wouldn't be able to ever play it again, and two, we really don't know what the future of this game holds. Warner Brothers has only said that we're going to get the 4 seasons that we were at least promised, and that everything after that is up in the air. Now,
and that is actually very valid criticisms from people being afraid that it'll shut down after a year. However, if you take into account how poorly received the Avengers was and the fact that it kept going, actually I don't think it's an offline mode. It might be. I haven't booted it up in quite some time. But I could still log on to the Avengers right now and play. And if you look at how poorly received that game was, and which one, once again, I actually enjoyed that game. You look at how poorly received that game was, and the fact that it lasted longer than a year. The content may have stopped after a year. I can't remember the exact point in time, but it lasted. Like, you were still able to get on and play. If you got the game brand new, you were still able to get on and enjoy the entire game. And then if you bought it, you can still go in and re-download it.
Why isn't Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League going to shut down? Well, it's pretty simple. They put 9 years worth of work into this game, and plus 2, they're going to try to do whatever they can to squeeze out as much money to basically make up for the loss. Because obviously we all know, it's no denying that this game did not make a lot of money. Warner Brothers had a lot of expectations, and those expectations obviously did not hit. So it would be stupid and financially irresponsible to shut down the game and basically cut those losses. While honestly, if they let this game ride out, add the offline mode maybe as a surprise for Season 4, maybe over time, if they let this game sort of just do its own thing, it could eventually make up for the losses. I don't think this game will ever profit or completely make up for the loss, but maybe over time, they can sort of ease it up a little bit.
Sorry I keep pausing, but he does make a good point there. They put 9 years worth of work into this, and if I'm not mistaken, they actually had it close to being done in 2020, I think. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but they scrapped the entire game and restarted on it. And basically, they had came up with a new story, new something. Yeah, and I could be wrong. I could be thinking of something completely different. But you've also got to take into account that factors into the amount of money lost. So him saying, they're not going to shut down, they're going to try to squeeze as much money as they can out of this game to recoup some of that financial loss on their end is not entirely wrong. It's actually pretty spot on.
Make up for the losses. I don't think this game will ever profit or completely make up for the loss, but maybe over time they can sort of ease it up a little bit. So, and another point is, a lot of people do not know this, but I've mentioned it time and time again, Rocksteady doesn't have to pay money to keep the servers up. As most of you guys know, like with Avengers, like Crystal Dynamics and like Square Enix, when they were making Avengers, they had to pay a premium to use the IP of basically the Marvel characters, which is why, which kind of led to that game being a disaster, because they had to spend so much money and also make a ton of money at the same time. So it just it was no longer a financial, or basically a good financial option to keep the game running. So obviously that's why Avengers doesn't get content anymore. And then we've seen other games too shut down after a year, and shortly just not becoming, just basically ceasing to exist. Now, one thing that I do think is possible with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, I could totally see this game getting delisted. Not at this current time, though. I still think there is a lot in the cards for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, just from what we know and from what we've seen through.
And to add to that, if it's not delisted, then I could see it, which, it would kind of be a smack in the face to everybody who's put money into it and all that. I could see it going the free-to-play route, similar to Destiny 2. And if they did that and continued content similar to Destiny 2, but swapped that to paid content, then that might be a compromise on their end. Will they do that? I don't know. The whole delisted thing, that kind of goes in hand with what I was saying about the Avengers. So, who knows? He might bring the free-to-play aspect up as well.
See this game getting delisted. Not at this current time, though. I still think there is a lot in the cards for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, just from what we know and from what we've seen through various sources. I'm not going to say what those things are because I don't want to get copyright striked, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, so, and we kind of see this, I don't really know what the right term for it is, but basically a lot of people online just don't want to buy this game. They don't want to put their money into a game that possibly will get shut down after a year's time. Because, obviously you want to preserve it and feel like you get your money's worth, and when you're investing $70 to $100 for a game just for it to shut down after a year, it's kind of, it's not a good feeling. Honestly, I would like for them to release an offline mode or make a statement, since it was promised that an offline mode would come. And trust me, guys, I'm going to use my platform to try and get them to address the offline mode. I know I'm a small channel, I only have 2,000 subscribers, but I am really the only content creator for this game that uploads consistently and in a positive mindset. So I want to use my voice to help you guys out and try and spark something so we know what.
And right there it was. He has a positive mindset. However, if you notice, he's actually been critical of the game for the last couple minutes. Now, did he come out and say, "Oh, this game failed. It didn't make the money back. It's a dead game"? No, but he was still critical of it. He was still able to point out that it's flawed. It is not perfect. But he's still showing that he enjoys the game. And that's what I'd like more people to do on YouTube.
Whether or not we're getting an offline mode. But back to what I was saying, not going to be talking too much today's video, but there is just no way that this game will shut down after a year. I just don't think it's possible. It just doesn't make sense for Warner Brothers to cut the plug, especially knowing that they don't even have to pay money to keep these servers up. These servers are always going to be on. They're always going to be fully functional. It doesn't matter. They're not paying money. They're not paying premiums to use these rights, to use these characters. It's basically just up for free, really. And obviously, if it was like Avengers, where they had to pay money to use these characters, use these IPs, different story. Yeah, the game probably would shut down. But since they don't have to do that, and it just would not be a financial option, because obviously we know Rocksteady put almost a decade, maybe we could probably say a decade of work into this project. So to see their work basically disappear after, a year's time of being released, that would be terrible. And another thing too, of reasoning why I don't think they plan on shutting this game down, is obviously we know now that Rocksteady Studios isn't closing, isn't shutting down. Yes, their employees have been cut in half, but we know that they are working on other projects that are DC related, most likely a Batman game. And then the Batman Arkham remake, I don't know if there's any truth to that, but knowing that, hey, DC wants him to work on something.
I'd completely forgot that they were talking about an Arkham remake. I liked playing through the first Arkham Asylum. Well, I liked playing through the Arkham games the first time through, and then it just, I don't know, the appeal wore off. And now I go back to play them, and I get that nostalgia rush for a little bit. But after you've 100%ed the games, that's all it is, nostalgia rush. At least in my opinion.
Know that they are working on other projects that are DC related, most likely a Batman game. And then the Batman Arkham remake, I don't know if there's any truth to that, but knowing that, hey, DC wants them to work on something, so I think everyone can just sort of just be cool, calm, and collective, and rest assured that this game won't shut down. I don't really know why people spread it. I think it's more just troll comments, in all honesty. But it is a real concern, you know. I mean, I totally get it, especially if you bought the game digitally, and there'd be no way to play it, even if you bought it physically, because there's no offline mode. But I think, for now, I think you guys can take my word for it. We will totally be fine. But yeah, I mean, offline mode, that is probably the number one priority right now for everyone, because if they added an offline mode, I know a ton of people that would come back to try and play this game. Obviously, I don't know how I'm going to use my platform. I think maybe I'll just make announcements, but or maybe post or videos. I really don't know. But anyways, just wanted to say thank you guys for watching this video. As always, the support has been tremendous. We
never stop being positive about whatever you post, dude. Like, whatever you choose, if it's videos, you're already headed down the right path. There's too much negativity on YouTube. I covered some negativity, and I tried to do it in the best possible way, I guess you could say. It was the first video in a long time that I've actually scripted out. And I mean, I scripted it word for word just to make sure that I didn't say something out of line, I guess you'd say. But there is way too much negativity on YouTube, and for everybody to say that they want negativity to end, they're giving more attention to negativity than to positivity. There is power in positivity.
We've hit 2,000 subscribers. We're now at 2,050 subscribers. We've been averaging over 1,400 to 1,500 views a day. So it's just been really good. A really good month for the channel. And I look forward to finishing this game out with you guys. Obviously, I wish, you know, under different circumstances, this game could have had more of, or who knows, you know, I'm kind of just talking, but because I assume this game won't get a year 2, but, you know, hopefully this game lasts a little bit longer, so, you know, we guys can just continue to build this fun community, because it's been a lot of fun creating content for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. But yeah, as always, it's Pineapple Sway. Please consider liking and subscribing. Peace out.
You know, I'm right there with you. I do hope they get a year 2. Yeah, he said it all. Like, this game is not perfect, and I mean, especially with the Black Friday sale. I think it's still going on, or it may have just ended on Steam and I believe Epic Game Store. The game was $5.99, and that was like or $4.99, and that was the digital deluxe edition. So I mean, $5 if you've got a PC that can run that. If $5 doesn't get you in, then I mean you are just dead set on not wanting to try the game, not wanting to possibly enjoy the game, because I mean, the game is fun. And I actually talked with Pineapple Sway a little bit ago on Xbox, and not voice chat, just, you know, a couple messages back and forth and whatnot. I stated, you know, I think a lot of it stems from or how did it go? He, I'm sorry, I'm going off memory here, and it's 4:30 in the morning. Um, he essentially said that, you know, he thinks a lot of it, or a lot of the hate comes from people just not liking the um, style of game, the gameplay, whatever, what have you, you know, and that's understandable. And I had responded to him, you know, I've seen that, and I've always responded to it with the game's always been touted as a looter shooter. So if people went into the game expecting Arkham, then that's really on them as to why they don't like the game. However, I digress. I appreciate you guys watching the video. This has probably been like a 20-minute video already. I will catch you all in the next one.